Namaste, Namaskaram, Vanakkam, Namo Namaha, Jai Ganesha. Please visit our website at classicalyoga.org, and thank you for your support. Agnimile, praise the fire. Let's not be so naive that we get consumed by the fire. In the Rig Veda, the world's oldest surviving scripture that is still followed by countless individuals, in the first 5 words, we see basically the entirety of the Hindu yoga dharma. Agnimile Purohitam Yajnasya Devam Ritvijam. And obviously in the first 2 words, Rig Veda, we have the importance of worship. Rig means to worship. Veda is actually Vidya on steroids, if you will. Vidya is knowledge. Veda means you have to know. Worship, worship, worship. Devotion is the secret ingredient of life. This is why all religions are most recognizable by their devotions. However, devotion, in order to be healthy, productive, ethical, honest, must be predicated upon ethics. This is why the first yoga for Hindus is karma yoga, ethics and selfless service, which then leads to devotion, bhakti yoga, for we can be devoted to the wrong thing. Hence the prerequisite of karma yoga or ethics. For example, we could be so-called doing yoga for 20, 30 years, but if it's not Hindu yoga, we've been doing the wrong thing. So worship is the way to get through life with an ethical foundation. Be devoted to yourself, to your spouse, to your children, to your job, your careers, your religion. Hence the very first word is Agnimile, praise the fire. Mile, when written in English, M-I-L-E, is mile. So go the extra mile. Praise the fire. Fire is life. No fire, no life. No Surya, sun, no life. We live on a fire planet, the earth. That's the reason there's life here. When the fire of the Atmana leaves the physical body, it's just a dead, cold, stiff corpse. The rishis knew the wisdom of fire, Agnimile. Hence we symbolically light our fire every day in the sense of a diya, which attracts the inner worlds, but also it's symbolic of uncovering or lighting the diya within, the in-diya. We also maintain our sacred fires, which you can find from the dawn of humanity, as we do our yajnas, our agnihotras. Agnimile Purohitam. Purohits are our Hindu teachers. And remember, to become a teacher, we must first be a good student. Be a brahmachari first. Be a good student. Be a good child. And you will eventually become a teacher and a parent, respectively. So we respect our teachers, our sadhus, our pandits, our pujaris, our yogis, our swamis. This is the wisdom of life, respecting your teachers, which your first teachers are obviously your parents. This is why in Hinduism we praise the Guru. Bhumi Mata, Earth Mother, is our first Guru. Our parents are our Gurus. And these are people who are teaching us about the Hindu religious, spiritual, scientific lifestyle, which consists of yoga. And actually the first word is yajnasya. Agnimile Purohitam yajnasya. Yajnam is sacred doing or sacrifice. Yoga is the sacred doing that is Hinduism. Remember, it means yuj atman brahmancha, to yoke, to our atmana and brahman, soul and soul source, if you will. Agnimile Purohitam yajnasya devam. Devam, all of the spirit beings, both male and female, deva and devis. All religions are about contact with the spirit world and spirit beings. You can listen to our podcast on 33 million gods in Hinduism to better understand the spirit world from a Hindu point of view, where actually we do not use the word God or gods. Devam. Agnimile Purohitam yajnasya devam ritvijam. Victory to Ritta, Mother Nature, Bhumi Mata. Rit is actually the first written word for what we call Hinduism today. Remember that Hindu is the first word by implication. This was the original homeland, the Indus River Valley. The people were the Indus or Hindus, simply a different pronunciation. For this is a beautiful word, Indu, Chandra Sarid Bindu Soma. Moon, river, drop the bindi, the nectar of bliss Soma. Chandra Sarid Bindu Soma. And then the first written word is Ritta. And then Dharma, then Vedic Dharma by implication, Yoga Dharma, and then later Sanatan Dharma, which means eternal truth. But please remember, this does not mean that a mature Hindu sees Hindu Dharma or Sanatan Dharma as the eternal way. It is simply a recognition that there seem to be pretty consistent and lasting principles that help us to get through life. Eternal in that sense. For who among us knows truly what is eternal? We don't want to make any one religion, and certainly as Hindus, we don't want to try to create a one-world religion. And actually, in the Sanskrit Hindu word Ritvijam, victory to Mother Nature, there's also implicit the 7 hotars, which are the Purohits that helped perform the sacrifice of the Agnihotra, the fire sacrifice, but also importantly, it's the inner qualities that became the understanding of the 7 stations in life, the 7 chakras inside of us. Hotar, Potar, Nestar, Agni, Prasatar, Advaryu, Brahman. So in the first 5 words of this world's oldest scripture, Rig Veda, we find the completeness of the Hindu yoga dharma. Agnimile, Purohitam, Yajnasya, Devam, Ritvijam. We first and foremost worship Mother Nature. This is our home. This is our planet. Ritvijam. We praise the fire, the outer fire, the inner fire. We respect our teachers, Purohit. We do our practices, our yajna, our yogic practices, the lifestyle of Hinduism. And we respect the spirit world, the Devam. These are the basics that we sometimes overlook, forget, as we get so consumed by our devotions, and also by our work, by our devotions, and by our intellect. All of that is necessary and beautiful. We need to work, take care, build our mandirs and ashrams. That's good karma, karma yoga. Our devotions are outstanding, beautiful, complex to simple. Bhakti yoga, the heart, the arms of karma, the heart of devotion, and the head of raja and jnana, concentration, contemplation, studies. But sometimes we can get lost in the work, in the heart, in the head. Notice the innumerable videos of Hindus giving lengthy speeches, discourses, beautiful scholarship, never-ending series of scriptures within Hinduism to quote from. But if we overlook the most basics, we come across as appearing rather dumb. Some of you may remember the movie Dumb and Dumber. In one particular scene, Harry is pumping gas. The gas is spilling out on his feet. He doesn't realize it, as he's flirting with the girl next to him. And she happens to throw a match down, and his feet are on fire, and he's pretending it doesn't exist. He doesn't want to appear dumb, though dumb he is. Though we too, as Hindus, again, recognizing the wisdom of working karma and bhakti devotions, and jnana, our knowledge, scriptural knowledge, beautiful understanding of Sanskrit perhaps, we can sometimes overlook the fact that our feet are on fire. We're getting burnt from below. We're getting distorted. We are getting taken advantage of. Just look at the fact that Ayurveda, chakras, kundalini are looked at as a New Age thing, but not Hindu. Karma is just anything, but often not Hindu. A mantra is any repetition, but not Hindu. A pundit is merely a politician, but not a Hindu Purohit. Aryan swastika about an evil place, not about a holy place. The original homeland is now the troubled nation of Pakistan. Many make fun of the Bindu, and many are even afraid of the word Hindu, even the Indians, thinking it's a foreign word. It's not, remember. Chandra Sarid Bindu Soma. And the Hindus are not even given credit for the numerals, and especially zero, sunya. Yoga becomes an exercise for money. A guru is anything you want it to be. Diet guru, fitness guru, Wall Street guru. Try that with Imam, see how far you get. And it is because we don't even see that our feet are on fire. We have hot yoga, power yoga, doggy yoga, laughter yoga, nude yoga, goat yoga, beer yoga, Ted's yoga, Mary's yoga, Kino's yoga, ad nauseum. Are we dumb and even dumber? Let's look at Vitarka Mudra, logic and reasoning. We know what it is when we hold up the 3 fingers and the thumb and the forefinger touch together. Vitarka Mudra. Let's look at 2 sets of 3. The first is Indian and Hindu. They can be separate. Remember, India is a country. Indian is an ethnicity and or nationality, and Hindu is the religion. Obviously, there are Hindus who are not Indian by ethnicity, nor from India. And there are many living in India that are not Indian or Hindus. There are many Indians who are not Hindus. There are many ethnic Indians who have never been to India, were not born in India. Trinidad and Fiji, for example. So there can be many combinations. We don't want to blur the lines here. That's when we get into a fanaticism, a very destructive nationalism, perhaps. Remember, it's a country, it's an ethnicity, and or nationality. You could be a Britisher, born in India, and your nationality is Indian, though you are not ethnically Indian. And then there is the religion, Hinduism. And Hindu dharma is the word that we use, but religion is significant. For if we as Hindus do not use the word religion, we are in a sense shooting ourselves in the foot once again. That means we would be barred from all discussions on comparative religions. You could not be able to file a discrimination suit because of a lifestyle. No, those are religious discriminations. Religion is the scholarly term used to denote all of these different traditions around the world. So yes, among ourselves we say Hindu dharma, but Hindu religion is also important to use. And remember, all of you who have incorporated your organizations, especially in America, they're under religious organizations, not lifestyles, not Sanatana Dharma, but Hinduism. This brings us to the next set of 3. We are Hindus. Now we recognize the other synonyms. Rita, Dharma, Vedic Dharma, Yoga Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, Hinduism, Brahmanism, the Hindu religion. Sabeka Sarva Ekam. These are all synonyms for the same thing, though we are most known as Hindus. And anyone can become a Hindu. This would, of course, require great study and formal commitment, a part of which is always the Namakarana Samskara from the Vedas, Dharana Namayajniyam. They took on sacrificial or sacred names. Truly, there are no Hindus that have Judeo-Christian names. Don't become a half Hindu. Become a full Hindu. So we are Hindus. Remember, don't separate ourselves. Don't fall into the modus operandi of the invaders by denying that you are a Hindu, extrapolating yourself out and calling yourself perhaps a Vedantist but not a Hindu, or a Hare Krishna but not a Hindu, or a Saiva but not a Hindu. That's falling into the MO of the invaders, divide and conquer. We are Hindus. What's our goal? Atmadarshana Paramo Dharma. Though within our sampradayas, yes, we have different goals that we attain to. Vaikuntha, perhaps, for the Vaishnavas, ultimate Mahapralaya of the Saivas. But can we not agree that our ultimate goal while living here is to realize our soul? Atmadarshana Paramo Dharma. Along with our other very important duties in life, our supreme duty is to realize our Atmana. That's what binds us together as Hindus. And to that end, we may have our various Ishtadevatas to be respected, but never try to make one the one for all. That is simply falling into the fundamentalist trap. Now, how do we get to this Atmadarshana? Yoga, one simple word that has been so distorted and perverted almost beyond recognition today. Yoga is the sacred life of the Hindu, for it means to yoke, yuj, to our Atmana and Brahman. Remember, Atmana is the individual, Jivatma, the individual soul of love, light, and energy, Satchit Ananda. And obviously, since we are all souls, there's a greater soul source, which we call Brahman, which is not God. Another thing that we want to throw out of our lexicon. Hindus do not believe in God. That's a Christian term, and it refers to a one male as opposed to goddess, creator, being. We have our own terms that we should respect and demand that others respect also. Christians are not going to say Shiva bless you. So Hindus, you should not be saying God bless you. We need to do our Purva Paksha and know what the other religions believe and not capitulate to them. So this Sanskrit Hindu word yoga, in Tamil yogam, is the essence of what it is to be a Hindu. We are trying to yoke to our Atman, and how do we do that? We do that by living this Hindu, yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific lifestyle. It's all those things. Don't extrapolate any of those out. In other words, don't say Hinduism is a lifestyle and not a religion. This gives credence to the phony yoga movement, where they say yoga is not a religion, or yoga is science and not a religion, or yoga is philosophy and not a religion. No, it's all of those things: Hindu, yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle. And what is this specific Hindu yoga lifestyle? It is karma yoga, Hindu ethics and selfless service; bhakti yoga, Hindu devotions; raja yoga, Hindu contemplations; jnana yoga, Hindu studies; hatha yoga, Hindu devotional postures; mantra yoga, Hindu devotional chants; japa yoga, Hindu devotional chants on beads; nada yoga, Hindu music; Natha yoga, Hindu dance, Bharatanatyam. Let's learn to dance through life as proud Hindus. Nataraja, the epitome of the divine dancer. And always remember the foundation of Mahaganapati. He is our primal deity that all Hindus worship. Ganapati brings us together because he is earthy, he is grounded, he is foundational. All of the symbolism of Mahaganapati is teaching us about how to keep this one foot in the world, the material world. Be strong and flexible and sensitive, and then life is sweet. Be humble. Listen to words of wisdom. Repel obstacles. Hold the divine close. Seek contentment, his big belly, Santoshima. 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in the spirit. Listen, big ears. And respect the divinity that flows through all things, even little Mushika, the divine little mouse. So, rather than being dumb and dumber, let's be smarter and smarter. Yeah, let's build our mandirs. Let's express our beautiful, heartfelt devotions. Let's study. But never forget the ground that we are Hindus. We do yoga to reach Atman. We respect Hindus no matter where they come from or what their skin color. How non-Hindu to simply look at somebody on the outside. That's completely negating Tattvamasi, that we are all the soul with a temporary body, mind, and emotions, born in a specific country, specific nationality. But as Hindus, we understand the depths of who we truly are as the Atmana. And we worship Ganapati and Muruga and Shiva, Shakti, and Krishna and Vishnu, Lakshmi, and Hanuman and Sitaram and Durga Lakshmi Saraswati, Kali Durga Parvati, Illa Mahi Saraswati. Be proud to be a Hindu. Jai Jai Mataji. Jai Jai Devas. Praise the fire, Agnimile. Don't ignore the fire. Don't get burnt by the fire. Stand up for the Dharma, just like Ganesha is. Be a self-motivated Hindu. Go from untruth to truth. Asatoma Sadgamaya. Be humble and admit our ignorance in many areas as we move ever more into enlightenment. Tamasoma Jyotir Gamaya. And never forget, like our greeting, Namaste, that we are all the Atmana, the immortal Atmana, Aja Atma Mahandruvaha, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. And through it all, seeking Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.